What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? This is gonna be gonna be your review of Love and Hip Hop Hollywood season 6, episode 17. Y'all, we are almost there. Next week is the season finale. Then we just got to get through 2 weeks of the reunion, and we are done. We are almost there. This episode ain't gonna take that long either. This recap ain't gonna take that long. Review, I should say. So we start the episode off with Yo-Yo doing, the round of promo. When you putting out a new song, new movie, new whatever, you got to hit all the hot spots. When it's a new movie, new television show, they go on Jimmy Kimmel, they go on Ellen, they go on The View, The Talk, The Sisters, whatever. They do it. So that's what she's doing. She's hitting every radio station in LA. She's promoting her single. She's, doing what she has to do. It's an independent project. And so we know that in today's climate of music, independent is the way to go, but it's also a lot of work because you're putting a lot of money out on the front end and you're doing all the work, the stuff that record companies used to do. You don't have anybody to do that anymore. Yo-Yo also knows that, look, this is my first new music in 10 years, and one of the DJs asked her a good question, and I thought her answer was a good answer. They said, well, why now? Why you want to put out new music now? And she said, well, it's this whole nostalgia for the 90s right now. And y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all, how many hip hop theme parties have y'all gone to in the last 3 or 4 years? I know I had one for my birthday about 5 years ago. It was a 90s party. We all dressed up for the 90s, and the DJ played 90s music the whole night, and that's what it was. And I've probably since then been to about 3-4 more of them, So I thought that was a good answer, and I thought that was a good reason for her to put new music out, because she said, it's a way to introduce myself to people who don't know who Yo-Yo is, but I can sort of stay true to my aesthetic because I can put out sort of 90s type music because that's what we're doing now. That makes sense, Yo-Yo. That's a smart move. And it was even smarter because I kept wondering, why is Yo-Yo doing this? She did the same thing Keisha Cole did. She said, I'm going to come on here, I'm going to promote my single, and I'm going to keep it pushing. I ain't mad at you, Yo-Yo. I ain't mad at you at all. Then we saw the ladies meet up at the studio. Tierra Maria's putting out new music. We saw them meet up at the studio. It was Paris, Tierra Marie, Nikki Baby came through, and Apple came through. And they were basically saying that they were just recapping. Y'all know how they do. They had to tell everybody what went down at the party at Zell's, party last week, and and how Apple bought Mr. Ray, because they were basically saying, look, if you run your mouth, you get what you get. They were, they weren't really having a whole lot of defense for Mr. Ray, and they were just kind of having that conversation. So, Apple let them know that they met up, that she sort of, facilitated them talking, and let them know that they sort of talked it out. They sort of kind of worked things out, and but she did let them know that Mr. Ray told A1 about Lyrica having a little boo thing on the side, and A1 was like, look, I can't even get mad after what I done put her through. It is what it is, like I said last week, just kind of respect our situation, but thanks for being a friend and letting me know what was what. Then they were talking about Yo-Yo's party. They all gonna go to the party. Everybody's going to Yo-Yo's party, right? She's having this big 30th anniversary party. This 30 years of her being in the game. Boom, boom, boom. So there we go with that. They also talked about the fact of, well, why did, A1 decide to go after Mr. Ray after last year? Everybody talked about his situation. And why they still getting mad about people questioning who Ocean belonged to? Y'all brought that up. Y'all did the whole DNA test and did the old DNA thing last year. So you can't be mad for people having an opinion about it. I mean, when people want to go for you, that's what they're going to go for. Is it wrong to use the child? It is. But when people want to go for the jugular, they're going to go to your soft spot. And if that's what your soft spot is, that's where they're going. Then we see Brittany and Black China. And basically, Black China is like, look, I want to work with you and Lyrica. What's the problem? And Brittany is telling them about, they got into some sort of Instagram beef where Brittany's accusing Lyrica of being a colorist because Lyrica made some comments about her being ugly and being dark-skinned or whatever. And then Brittany B came back and questioned about Ocean. They called him Oyster Honey. about his maternity, and they were just going back and forth on Instagram. And so Brittany was like, I just can't deal with her. I'm not gonna work with her. She's this, she's that, she's the other. And Black China was like, look, what do I need to do to get y'all to work this out? Like, cause like for real, like y'all are both boss, y'all both boss Black women in the industry. I want to work with both of y'all. What do we have to do to make this happen? So later on, because I'm just gonna knock this out. Later on, Black China talks to Lyrica, and Lyrica pretty much says the same thing. Like, look, I can't really do her. But she did admit, she said she's very talented, but personality wise, we just don't click. I just can't do her. But they do agree to meet up, and I'll get to the meetup later. Lyrica does agree to meet up with Brittany, but we'll get there later. Now, down to Yo-Yo's party. Everybody's at Yo-Yo's party. This whole side of the show, this little clique. A1, Lyrica, Apple, Tierra Marie, Mickey Monday. Brittany, of course, is there because she performed. That's the song she did with Yo-Yo. Paris was there. I don't think we saw Zell, but I think Paris was there. Was Paris even there? I think Paris was there. But anyway. But those are important people. And then old girl was there. Mickey Monday's ex-girlfriend. What's the child's name? You know who I'm talking about. Every episode she looked different because she's one of those people that if she changes her hair, her makeup, she's like a totally different person. Trisha, that's her name. Trisha. So she's there, and she rolls up in there, and she was like, yeah, Lyrica and A1 are here. And of course, Brittany is like, yeah, whatever, I don't care. I don't care about them being here. It's whatever. Now I have purposely not made any comments about this woman's body. And I still haven't. So she was like, I'm not even tripping over them being here. I'm just happy to do what I'm doing. I'm gonna be on stage with Yo-Yo, and I don't even care. It is what it is. Yo-Yo performs. Everybody loves the song. Everybody's feeling the vibe. Of course, Lyrica had to make a little comment about why she on stage, why she here. But it is what it is. Yo-Yo did her thing. It's whatever. Well, when all this happens, somehow Summer Bunny shows up. Somebody texts Apple, let Apple know that Summer Bunny's outside. Apple said, oh, me and her got some unfinished business. I owe her an ass whooping. What's up? Honey, Apple starts taking her shoes off. Apple's ready to run out there. The producers are telling her to stop. Trisha's telling her to stop. Everybody's telling her to stop. Everybody's telling her, Apple, just, chill out. And Apple is like, well, what's she doing here? Then she go to get Lyrica. Want Lyrica to go outside with her to beat the girl up. And of course, Lyrica act like she wanted to go, but she didn't really want to go. A1 stopped her from going, and she was like, ooh, thank you for stopping me, because I really didn't want to go out there. Lyrica didn't really want that smoke. Because if Lyrica wanted that smoke, she'd have made it her way out there. Apple ends up going out there. The producers don't let Apple get too close, but they yelling at each other from far away or whatever. And Summer Bunny is getting in her feelings because she like, everybody, I read the comments people say about me, and Yo-Yo invited me, and this, that, and the other, and why she doing this to me, and this, that, and the other. And she get to crying and stuff. Now, Summer Bunny, I really don't have no whole lot of sympathy for you, because you brought that smoke to Lyrica. It's bad enough that you slept with a man that you knew was married, but you keep poking the bear every chance you get. You went live with Zell talking shit. When Lyrica tried to talk to you, back at the beginning of the season, you was nasty to her and kind of came at her or whatever. So, I don't really have a whole lot of sympathy for you, Miss Summer Bunny. But then Summer Bunny was like, take those cameras off me. Take the cameras off me. Take the cameras off me. And she yelling at the cameraman like she gonna throw a shoe at him and everything. Just leave. And like Apple said, you showed up because you knew we were filming. You knew what was up. You wanted to get on camera. So if you want that smoke, I'm going to give you that smoke. Now, the one thing that Apple was wrong about, y'all, that's a group text. They must be having a conversation. My bad. Apple was wrong about, Apple said, Yo-Yo wouldn't have invited you here. Yo-Yo was like, I did invite her. She said, their beef is not my beef. I invited anybody that I thought could benefit from being here tonight. So, their beef is not my beef. And, I'm sorry it went the way it went. And I'm really kind of pissed off at everybody who had any part of the situation going left. Which, of course, we know the main person was Apple Watts. So, then we see something interesting we saw go down. We see Brandy and, Ray J in the studio, and they're remixing Best Friend. Now, if you remember Brandy's debut album, she had a song in there called Best Friend, which she supposedly was talking about Ray J. He was in the video and all of that. And that's actually one of my favorite Brandy. It's not the favorite Brandy album of mine, but it's one of my favorite Brandy albums, her debut album, and I loved Best Friend. So they're remixing it, they're sort of redoing it and everything, and Brandy was like, look, let's make this a thing. Like, we could do an album together, the Ray J Brandy album. We could go out on tour. We could have our own brand, but then we could do a tour. And I'm like, yo, that could sort of be like an on-the-run type thing, but with brother and sister, not husband and wife. That actually could probably work. Brandy have her set where she does her music. Ray J has his set where he does his music. And then if they could get a couple of hits off of this, if they could get a couple of singles, 2 singles, they could do a little thing together. You know what I'm saying? Where they could do some other stuff, where they could do some of their other songs, and they could do Best Friend or whatever. And Ray J was like, you know what? I'm kind of here for it. I think that could work. And, you know, Brandy said something that I thought was cool. Brandy said, you know, because Ray J was like, well, who name going to go first? And Brandy was like, your name goes first. She said, look, 10 years ago, you were Brandy's brother. Now, I'm Ray J's sister, and I'm cool with that. So I'm cool with your name going first because you worked hard to create your own brand. You worked hard to create this name for yourself. And I'm cool with being your sister. You hated being my brother, but I'm cool with being your sister. So y'all know what? I'm here for it. I am here for a Ray J Brandy moment. I'm here. I got to hear the album first. But if it's only 2-3 songs off the album I like, I'm here for a Ray J Brandy moment. And Ray J said he never got a chance to headline his own tour. He was always a special guest of or whatever. And so he said he would love to have his own tour where he could do all of the bells and whistles, the pyrotechnics and all that good stuff. So we know he's doing the immature thing or whatever, which he actually just came off a tour because of him and Princess. And I'm not even going to address what's going on between him and Princess right now. I'm not doing it. I'm not. I'm just not convinced I'm just not convinced that it is what it is. Y'all know what I'm saying. But neither here nor there. In 2020, I'm here for a Ray J Brandy album. I'm here for a Ray J Brandy tour. I am. We'll see what it is. Going back to that whole 90s nostalgia thing. People will go see Brandy and Ray J. They will. And I'm surprised they haven't done this before now. Anyway. So, we're almost done. A video goes viral of Apple losing it on her Instagram. She goes Instagram Live. She's clearly drunk, high, whatever. She's talking about, you know, being tired of being here. She's talking about being depressed. She's talking about, you know, just the kind of stuff you don't want to see your friend online talking about and when they're high and drunk. So they're trying to meet up with Apple, and it's Yo-Yo, it's Nikki Baby, it's Tierra Marie, trying to meet up with Apple to just let her know, look, we love you, we want to be here for you, we want to help you, what do you need from us? Yo-Yo said, look, I was kind of pissed off at the way things went down at my party, but I love Apple, and, you know, I've been trying to handle her with kid gloves, but maybe I need to just give her some tough love, because I don't want to see her lose. I want her to win. But I need to make sure that I'm doing everything that in my power to make sure that she gets to, you know, she wins. She doesn't show up for lunch. She doesn't show up for the, you know, for their little, I don't even think it was an intervention. I really think it was a, let me see if my friend is okay. You know what I mean? But she didn't show up. And so they were just trying to figure out what their next steps were going to be for Apple. And I know I say this all the time, when reality TV meets reality, I think that Apple's erratic behavior is real. It's not for the show. We know that Apple has a drinking problem. And I think it's all connected. So, anyway, we'll see. We just keep the best in mind for Miss Apple Watts. So, Lyrica has agreed to meet with Britney. Black Chyna's there, I guess, as the go-between. Lyrica says she showed up ready to try to talk things out and maybe try to work things out with Brittany. But Brittany showed up on that fuck shit. She showed up and was like, well, you said it was on site, so what's up on site? You said it was on site, so what's up? We fighting, what's up, what's up? And of course, at first, Lyrica was like, what are you talking about? Like, I thought we were going to try to talk this out. And Brittany was like, nah, you said on site. You said it was on site, so what's up? So, you know, tables are pushed, glasses are thrown. That's the end. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I'm sure we'll pick up that argument next week. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Drop it in the comments. Peace.